Hello everyone, this is Mike Sangvi and I am back with another framework manager tutorial video, and in this video we are going to discuss about session parameter. In this video we are going to learn about first what is session parameter, how to use it in framework manager and why to use it in framework manager. So let's start with our first question, what is session parameter? Session parameter is used to store, or session parameters are variables used to store current state of your session. For example, if you want to check the current logged in username, then you can use session parameter to retrieve all this or all the user related information. So let me show you some session parameter available in our framework manager. For this you have to click on project and select session parameter. Okay, here we have some session parameter. So let's say account.default name. This is session parameter is used to store user's first name and last name. Okay, if you want to retrieve user first name and last name or current logged in user first name and last name, then you can use this parameter. Another example is account.personalinfo.username. This variable or this session parameter is used to store current logged in username or user ID. You can use this parameter to retrieve current logged in user's username. Another example is current timestamp. It is used to store the date time with offset. Machine is used to store the machine name where your framework manager is stored. So let me open my command prompt, and in this let me show you host name. So my host name is Mayank Sangvi and it is equals to my machine name. Okay, run local is used to store your language code. So let's say I'm using English. Okay, right now I am using English, so that's why the language code is, or the value for run local is en. For example, if I am a French user and I am using French, then the value for French is fr, and so on. Okay, now how to create a session parameter? You can create a session parameter by clicking on new key or double click on here. Give a unique name for your parameter. So let's say my first parameter and click on enter. Congratulations, you have created your first session parameter. Now it's time to give it some default value. So let's say I want to give a default value of hello world. Okay, now the third option, override value. Let's say you have a parameter and this is the value of your session parameter, and you want to test your FM model or report with, or you want to test your FM queries with some other value, then you can override this value using override value. So let's say this is my this is my actual value and I want to test my parameter with some other value. So let's say hi. Now my parameter is containing this, but this is just for testing purpose. This value is not going to store in your FM model. All these values are going to store in session parameter or in your framework manager model. Okay, so let me delete this first and let's see how to use these, or how to use this parameter in our framework manager model. Okay, click on OK to finally save your parameters. Click on OK, and now I want to use my first parameter in my query subject. Okay, and let's say I want to use this in my product query subject. Double click to add this your product query subject and add a new column, and I want to give this a name. Let's say column for session parameter. Okay, And next thing, we have to use our session parameter in our expression definition. How to use it? For this, you have to click on parameters, and your all session parameters is available here. Just select your required parameter and then drag and drop. That's it. Now right now your framework manager is showing some issue. QE definition 0260, parsing error before or near position 12 of hello world. Now why it is failing? Okay, your parameters contain hello world, and it is a string. And if you are aware, if you want to use any string in expression definition, then you have to enclose those string in single quotes. So same thing we have to done for our parameter. Okay, so this is my hello world, and I want to enclose this in single quotes. So how to do this? This is the currency text. Okay, let's see. Click on OK and see the output for our test sample. And now this is wrong. Okay, oh, I pressed on cancel, sorry guys. Let me quickly add my column once more, and I'm going to name it column 4 session underscore param, and my expression definition is this. Okay, previously we test our query with this, but this is wrong. Can this will work? It is going to work or not? No, it is failing. Now what is the solution for this? For this you have to use a macro function, and you have to use sq macro function. Just enclose your parameter into sq. That's it. Now your hello world is enclosed in single quotes. Click on OK, and let's execute our query subject once more, and finally my column contains my required output. Click on OK to save your work and double click to edit. Now let me show you how to override the values. For this you have to click on project, session parameter, and now I want to give some override value, and let's say hi or 1 2 3 4 5 6. Click on OK, and now your this column contains 1 2 3 4 5 6. Execute your query subject, and finally my columns contain 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, thanks. Now I am able to understand what is session parameter and how to use it in framework manager. Now the third question, why to use these? I am also okay, why to use this? This is a good question. Let's say, or let me show you my product, some tables related to product. Okay, inside data layer, product and product brand. My product brand contain, let me execute this test and test sample. My product brand contain product code and product name in English. It also contains product name in different language. And let's say I want to generate my query dynamically. So for example, if a English user is logged in, then for English user show this column, and in case if any French user or Japanese user logged in, then you have to use French or Japanese column. How to achieve this scenario? For this you have multiple options. Click on close, 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 not close, I want to open product. Okay, and then I want to edit my product brand. Right now my product brand English is hard coded. Okay, and I know that my language code for current logged in user is available in run local. So let's say if our English user logged in, then I am run local is going to return en, and let's say a French user is going to log in, then run local is going to return fr. Okay, that's great. We are going to use this here. Okay, now you have multiple options. You can use this inside a case statement, and when this is English, then show this column, and when it is French, then show this column. When it is JP, then use this column. Okay, that's great. But what I have to add, let me save this. Yeah, just for the time I ignore the error message. I have to add this number of language code in our case statement, and let's say if this is growing very rapidly, then I have to maintain, or I have to manually re-edit my code every time. Now we have alternative method for this, and I am always going to prefer, I am going to recommend always use this method. Okay, let me double click on this and open product brand in English. Okay, now we are going to generate our this column dynamically. How to generate this dynamically? Okay, for this I want to open WinWord, and our this is failing. Why? I don't know. Something is wrong here. We are waiting to open our WordPad. Okay, finally. And now what I want to show you. Okay, right now our product barn is hard coded, and our product barn contain this value. Okay, and I don't want to write case statement, and let's say if my have case statement contains 100 condition, then I have to write 100 when line, and I don't want this. I want to generate this dynamically. Okay, how to generate this dynamically? Simple. This part of my column name is column for all common for all language. So let me remove this part. So this is common. Now I want to generate this part dynamically. So how to generate? So let's say this is my first string, and then I want to generate this two character. I want to generate this two character dynamically. Okay, and then I want to add this in last. So this is my first string. This is my first string. This is my second string, and this is my third string. Okay, and this information is available inside of our parameter session parameter run local. So we are going to use this string, and then we are going to replace this 2 star with our run local. So let me copy everything, and if you want to generate the column name dynamically, then you have to use macros. So this is my macros, and inside this I have this string, the first string. Okay, let me see whether I am able to zoom it or not. For this I required mouse, and I don't have mouse right now. Sorry for this, I am not able to show you this in zoom. Okay, so let me copy this in my WordPad, and now this is my macro, and inside this macro I have first string, and then I want to use my session parameter here. So this is my session parameter. So it is going to return English in case of English. In case of French, it is going to return FR. And this is my third string. And plus is used to combine two strings. So let's say I have a first string ABC plus BCD. So plus is going to combine these two in a single. So final output is ABC BCD. The same thing is going to happen here. Our final string is going to generate dynamically based on the value in run local. Okay, that's great. Let me copy this here, and this is our final column, and it is generated dynamically. Click on OK to save this query. Click on OK. Okay, and test the output. Right now our product brand is in English. Okay, now we have to override our run local parameter. So how to override? Click on project, session parameter, and then you have to override the value of any parameter by providing value inside this column. Okay, now I want FR French. Click on OK and re-execute your query, product query subject. Now my product brand is in French. Okay, let me close this and let's see the data in some other scenario. So let's say J or AR for Arabic, I think. So again, click on project, session parameter, and now I want to use AR Arabic. Click on OK, and it's time to re-execute our query subject, product query subject, test sample. And now my product brand okay, something is wrong in case of product for Arabic, so let me test this. So in case of Arabic, we have some records in English and some records in Arabic. So let's use Japanese. Close. Okay, finally it's time to override our session parameter, and this time I want to use JA. Okay, and finally I want to test this. Yo, finally we got our product brand in Japanese. Yeah. Okay, now I showed this with to you for only product brand. You can also achieve the same thing for your product color lookup, product line, product name lookup, no, product size lookup. Okay, so you can modify the same thing for your product size lookup. So let me open my product, and this is my product brand, and same thing we can achieve for our product color, product line, product size, product type. Okay, now I think you are able to understand what is session parameter, why to use it, and how to use it in framework manager. Still you have any doubts, leave comments with proper issue. I'm going to reply as soon as possible with proper resolutions. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to click on subscribe and like button, and see you all in my next framework manager tutorial video.